it's late due to circumstances, but this is the fairytale 100-year quest with the angry anime fan, the despair reviewer, bringing them as the Team Natsu waltz through Giltina. They run into strange jelly-like creatures that, of course, the girls minus Elsa find cute until they suddenly decide to want to hop into their mouths. And Lucy and Natsu gets there inside their mouths until, well, and the funniest scene in this moment is the fact that when Charles is saying to Happy to do something, but he just says, I never eaten a jellyfish. You can't eat a jellyfish anyway. Do you think it's always about that? So Wendy just uses a cute version of Sky Dragon Drawer to blow them all away while apologizing. While Lucy managed to get the jellyfish off, her crying there is actually kind of adorable. And she says her mouth is dry, but not so. He just sorry, I just couldn't resist. He just ate the thing. I have no idea what the jellyfish's real intention were, but Natsu just casually ate it. And it's even funnier when Grace says, if you get poisoned and die, I am gonna say I told you so. But for some strange reason, Natsu is unaffected. I guess that has something to do with him being Natsu. Or maybe they were not poisoned at all. Although Lucy says her mouth is numb, it's even funnier when Gray looks at her. So yeah, they go through the continent who's foreign to them, with strange animals, including pinks with antlers, fishes. Fish birds with not lanterns, but gloomy like those on this dog. As they talked about sealing the 5 dragons of the Holy Pentadragon. And going back, we see when Team Natsu told the old man that Natsu is the one who defeated Acnologia. In a way, that is actually not true. Natsu was the one who delivered the fatal blow on Acnologia, but it was everyone's power into one. Not just Nakama power, by the way, it was everyone into one who defeated Acnologia. But it was Natsu who delivered the final blow, and it was only his combined will that made it possible. So either way, it seems that the old man recognizes who Natsu is, but he doesn't say something about this. So, but he does say that if you guys cannot complete this, no one can. Which is the reason why it's called the 100-year quest. It's not called the 100-year quest because it's going to take 100 years to complete. No, he has having this quest for over 100 years. That's why it's called the 100 years quest. And he considers Team Natsu his last hope, as they all declare that they will win. And he tells them a story about long ago. The Holy Pentadragons were completely uninvolved in history, leading to the wars of the 5 dragons, and the very existence was kept secret. Even among the Magic Councils was only a few. So the 5 dragons kept their peace, and unless something massive occurred, they never went to war, which I think is one of the reasons why no one actually knew about them. Basically, these were like protectors. But this Elfhelseria still considers them a danger, because if they were to go to war, then everything would happen. But so far they didn't do all that. But since they were protected everything else, that's why people began to relish them like gods. So he tried to learn Dragon Slayer magic but failed. So that's why he made other people do that. He's also found a lampshade on why in the end Gildots ran into Acnologia. Maybe he mistook Acnologia for one of the Holy Pentadragons, and that's why it happened. So in the end, the Seraphim says, the old man says that he doesn't know where they are, but he has some hints on one of them, the water god Merkfovia, who is apparently in the southwest through Valoria to an harbor called Elmina, and it was once worshipped as a god by them. So either way, and the old man says that the reward is a wish, whatever you want, I will grant it. From all of this words, I shall grant you one thing of your choosing. Of course, Lucy wonders if she can find Aquarius' keys, while Grace strangely says to wish for a cat like Frosh. Well, he was kind of like Frosh back then. While Wendy just wants, of course, to have bigger breasts, which is a little bit strange. Well, not strange, she is always insecure about her body, but when the brief time she was the Scarlet Despair, she felt that the breasts were kind of heavy. Still, that didn't stop her from feeling them, of course, so of course she will want to have bigger breasts. But Ersa reminds them not to think too highly of the reward yet, they must do this first. And elsewhere on Magnolia, Juvia and Levi are joining detective guys with of Gajeel and Lily. It's pretty fun to see them in that outfit, where they're actually gonna try to find information on Toka. Because when she mentioned Briar, Gajeel cannot stop to think about that there has to be some connection, mostly of the fact that Briar wasn't well known. So they're gonna find out and investigate. And Levi is a little bit against this since there's a fellow member, but technically Toka is a new fellow member, Levi, so who knows. Also, wasn't it a year ago that Levi may have said she was pregnant? Well, granted, however, it was never confirmed if she was pregnant, but we did hear the babies, so are you telling we're gonna look beside that all along? Well, either way, they end up in the port, which is a pretty dirty looking port, which is old, with old city, with many fishes to happiness. But what Fairy Tale Team Natsu do not know is that they're being watched by two people. One, a very sexy glasses girl, and a man with demon-like horns that the girl calls mages from the southern continent, Lord Water God. And he has a peculiar tattoo on his face too. Are you telling me that is the water dragon god? The one that they are after? The one called Merkfovia? Well, the clues are there. After all, Merkfovia was said to be worshipped like a god by the harbor, but not anymore. Well, it's not stated if it is anymore. Also, um, all the dragon slayers who became dragons could change into humans, but it's not exactly stated yet if that is going for dragons to humans. Granted, however, this man doesn't necessarily look human. I mean, those demon horns and those lizard eyes are not exactly hiding the nature. But yeah, the mission starts now. Still, though, there's just something about this story that doesn't add up. And I'm not saying that the story of the manga is bad. No, I'm saying there's something about what the old man is saying that doesn't make sense. Here, it apparently does include that they had nothing to do with the Dragon King festival, and they have been protecting this island ever since. But he has feared that they will go loose, and that's why he learned the Dragon Slayer magic. But for 100 years, they haven't run amok. So, what I'm trying to say is the old man lying, or is he having something else? Note, he is an old man that can become a dragon too, so why didn't he leave that guild to conquer? Granted, he had this quest, but what are the five pentadragons' real goals, really? Were they completely content with ruling over Gremia, or was it something else? Either way, this chapter had full of comedy moments, especially of that beginning. Natsu eating that jellyfish and Grace saying, I am gonna say I told you so. That was so funny. Even funnier when he played Doctor to Lucy saying, how can he heal? Isn't that Wendy's motives? I mean, moves. And also Gajeel being detective. Oh, he's so immature sometimes, but so funny. So this chapter did really have some enjoyable comedy. But the questions still remain. What awaits Team Natsu? Give me your thoughts if you have any.